Hey Kesh, how are ya? Mr. Kesh. Mr. Kesh. Yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. How have you been? You're still on that fascination, are you? Funny man. Funny man. And why is it you're interested in them? What's the fascination? No, I'm in Boston. Well, I think in many cases, those people, I don't know, I think they might be, I don't know if they're evil or just crazy, sick. I think evil requires knowing the difference between doing something good and doing something evil. And I don't know whether they fully have the ability to know the difference, but maybe they do. No, Tina has been giving me the cold shoulder. She has decided, I think, that she doesn't like me. Tina, she loves Matt. She endures me. I'm going to add these lights. I can do it without screwing them up. These lights are going to be added to my clusterfuck. Kind of good to be back. I don't know. It's funny. I think because there's so much still to be done in Minnesota that I don't know whether I'll be able to be fully relaxed being here until everything is figured out there. Okay, where did the other plug go? Need something that looks like this. I did miss it. I missed my routine. Okay, where is this? Oh, bite me. Okay, come on, out of the way. Out of the way. Found a fan someone threw out, and they threw it out for good reason. For God's sake, difficult is it? I cannot see in my house. It's too dark. Wow, great. Good for you. You're a star. You're a star. See if I can find it using this thing. Okay, I cannot see. Okay, I'm moving this out of the way so I can get underneath everything and see if I can find this thing I'm looking for. It's not there. It's not here. God bless. It's not there. Not here. It's not there. Crawling on the floor now. Why can't I find it? It was right here. Over here? No. No. Okay, did I throw it in the trash by mistake? Could I have done that? What do you think, Kesh? Okay, I'm going crazy. Turn on all the lights. Is this going to help me? Move this out of the way. Okay, I've got this one, which is plugged in, so it's working. This one needs the plug. Which went somewhere. I found it. How did it get over there? I think this is what I'm going to do. Should I just tie it down so it can't go anywhere? Would that be a good idea? I know, let's make a light where the plug falls off. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Whose idea was that? Do you understand the point? Okay, now this is now tied to the plug. This is not going anywhere. I'm already hot and sweaty. I just took a goddamn shower. Kesh, are you still with me? I'm sorry for getting distracted. There. One. Now we'll do it on the second one. Okay, come on. Okay. It's not going anywhere. I'm planning to put these lights on my contraption next to my couch to illuminate discreetly little vignettifications. That's my plan. Discrete spotlights. Okay. Kesh, are you still here? Are you hiding? If you're hiding, I understand. I need to turn my fan back on because it's hot. Kitty, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Kesh, is anyone else here? Tina, what's wrong? Tina, what do you see? Tina. Hello, Ms. Marilyn. How are you? How's your purple ink going? You're toward magenta, huh? You're deciding that magenta's the new purple, orange is the new black. Your pinkies and purples, okay. Well, I removed all the ink bottles with the exception of this one, and I've got one other one here from this desk, because there's no reason for me to have more colors than just these two. Not even colors, they're just liquid that has some sort of coloring to it, so I can test out, see if a pen is writing. I've given up on trying to make art here at this table. This is just for pen stuff. I started making some little art things here, and it was just causing me trauma. Would you like to join me? How did your whatever you had to do in Sacramento go?
Everything went pretty good so far, so good.
It was a relicensing or something?
Yeah, we have to do retraining every 4 years, and then we have to get recertified.
Sounds like a pain in the butt.
You have no idea. Everyone was very... So instead of having like 200 students at the major college up there, they decided to split the groups up into 40 people and have like 10 hospitals take over the same job. And so it was just a nightmare because instead of having to like teach everyone the same thing one time, we had to do it like they had to do it 2 or 3 times depending on the group, and then we were just sitting there for hours on end.
Huh.
And so we learned a couple of new things which are very exciting, and we learned a couple of things that were just repetitious, and it went over all right. But then they were going to have some sort of get together or something, and I was like, I'm not interested. I have to go. I was going to go to my step cousin's winery up in Vine Country, but I decided not to, and I got a flight home instead.
I see.
It was cold and wet and rainy up there. I don't like it.
Okay.
It was like cold and wet and rainy in the morning, and then like 100,000 degrees at night. A very confusing time. How was your weekend? Did you have a nice,
Your voice is going in and out, so I don't know why.
Testing?
Huh? No, it sounds really bad, and I don't know why. Do you want to sign out, and I'll get you back in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, try again.
Testing.
Testing.
1, 2, 3. Is that better?
Well, it sounds okay now, but we'll find out.
Okay. Well, if it farts around, I can always change the microphone to this one. How's that? Is that any better?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Microphones are so weird. What if I did that? Is that any better?
No, that's worse.
Okay. How about that?
That sounds fine.
Okay.
Stick with that.
There we go. Okay, so I got a new stupid pen. You want to see it?
Well, sure. Why not?
I got a new stupid pen. So this here is the Lambatu 3066. No, 308.
Okay.
And it is supposed to be a copy of Platinum Curidas pen. Do you have any Platinum pens?
I don't have a single one.
And it's a click pen. Watch this.
Okay. Yep. Okay, got that. Yeah. Yeah.
I bought
Okay.
it because I thought of you.
You thought of
You're
me.
into the whole fish thing, and it looked like a fish.
Yeah. Okay. It does have a fishy look.
It even has a dorsal fin.
It does. It does, and some gills, like a shark.
And some gills. Yep. But this is a very complicated pen. You'll never guess in a million years how much I got this pen for. Take a wild guess.
$3.85.
Well, almost. It was $6.
Okay.
But usually the platinum Curidos pen goes for almost 100 times more of this.
Oh. Well, why
Yeah.
was that one cheap?
I don't know.
Is
It's
it
because it's done by a Chinese brand company.
so it's a knockoff.
It's a Chinese knockoff, but
Okay.
it is exactly down to the millimeter. The only thing that they changed was this little thing right here. Okay, if I can get it to go. This little bit right here is the only bit that they changed.
Yeah.
This is plastic on the Curidas, and it's metal on the Longitude.
Okay.
But it does exactly the same thing. It has this weird thing you have to line up the little thing and turn it to pull out. It's a very complicated piece of machinery, let me tell you.
Well, it looks
Complicated?
complicated.
It
And also, I mean, that's where, all of the various parts that come in and go out and the threads and everything.
right, exactly.
A knockoff might end up using materials that aren't as robust as the original, but we'll see.
Right. But you would love this pen. It writes very fine. It doesn't have any flex to it, but it is very fine.
No, very fine works for me some of the time.
Some of the time, right. I like fine nibs every now and then when I'm writing checks and whatnot, but
when you have to put in lots of zeros.
Yep, exactly.
1,382,000.
Well, maybe not exactly that many zeros.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, let me ink it up. I inked it up once and then I washed it out and I haven't used it since. What ink should we put in this pen? Let's see.
Well, you're in a purple mood.
How about Purple Dream? Have you heard of this ink? Diamine 150th anniversary. Diamine Purple Dream. This is a present from our friend Will Hodge.
Oh, good. Your name on the screen looks odd. Did you add a space between the da and the ring?
Oh, I must have.
Okay. I didn't know if you were.
I wrote it in such a hurry.
If you wanted us to pronounce your name differently now or something.
It's Darling.
Darling.
Darling. Oof. So thin.
It does look very fine.
Very fine indeed. So tell me about your time when you went to the pen show. Did you see anybody new?
Oh, I saw lots of new people, and I completely overlooked people that were there to specifically to see me, and that was too bad. But
Oh,
um,
did you have a table?
I had a table. I actually had
Oh,
two tables,
nice.
and I sold lots of fezzes. That
I
was,
heard that. That's awesome.
and that was fun. And we ended up having dinner. Nicola Pang and Mike Daigle and Scott Jones and Briar Bear and Jeff Krasner and Lindsay Rand and then Todd Merrill. We all went out to dinner afterwards, which was a lot of fun.
How fun.
And
I'm sorry I missed out.
well, I think you'll have fun at the first pen show you go to, and it seems like it makes more sense for you to go to the San Francisco one or the LA one or something that's closer to your neck of the woods.
Right.
Even though it's going to be much, much larger, and you won't have me to help guide you
Right.
away from the sharks.
Well,
In the
I have pretty good ideas about what I'm looking for and what I'm not interested in these days. I've been looking at a lot of. There's this guy on YouTube. His name is Grandmia. He goes by Steph, and he does a lot of reviews of vintage fountain pens, and I don't know. Some of them I'm just not into.
Yeah.
Like the monoline nibs and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Not very much into those. But also I'm figuring out so much that I'm very weary of the amount of boinga boinga that goes into nibs these days. I have a Pilot 912 that has a pretty flexible nib.
Uh-huh. So
it doesn't keep up good.
Oh, I see. Well, that sounds like it's a feed problem then. I mean, the nice thing about the Waterman feed is that it's
a spoon feed, right?
It has lots of ink right there. So
right.
It's hard to get to make an improvement on that thing.
Exactly. And the other problem that I have with this pen is sometimes I'll be writing with like a colored ink, and the ink will just bloop out onto the page, like it's not thick enough to be held back by the fins. And so I'm like, that's the stupidest thing ever.
That is pretty bad too. You're having ill luck.
Yeah. I did buy a pair of these though, which has been helpful. Glass eyedroppers.
Yeah.
So that helps for filling pens really quickly.
Yeah.
I've been really getting used to my Noodler's Conrad with a Fountain Pen Revolution Ultraflex nib. This has to be my favorite pen of all time. It's just super nice and it holds the ink good. And
Oh, great.
it's flexy. Some inks don't hold up very good, and some inks hold up better than others.
Yeah.
This is today's ink. This is deep magenta. And it's very deep.
Looks nice.
I like it. It's my first bottle of ink. Either my first or my second. I remember buying it was either this one or this one. This is Monteverde Valentine Red.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought a bottle of Monteverde Caribbean Blue and spilled it all over my lap. I look like a Smurf.
That is unfortunate, but I would have paid a nickel to see it.
Oh man. I'm like, I can show you a picture, but it was.
I think I'd have. It's more just to see it in person would be. Picture
right.
doesn't do it.
Oh boy. And it's all over the carpet. It's still all over the carpet.
Oh dear.
Oh man. I almost spilled another bottle of Heart of Darkness. And I thought, oh my God, no. I like smooshed my body up against it so it wouldn't go onto the floor.
Sure. Okay.
And I had a black streak across my chest for like a month.
I think we have to cut you off. I think you're going to do harm to yourself there.
I need like I need a better device for holding, the ink bottles, because these little tiny ink bottles, they're more tall than they are. See?
No,
they're more tall than they are long. So I mean, they're like really easily. I'm gonna put it in there. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Put things in other things.
I'll put, like I've been using. I don't know what these things are.
Oh.
But they
like a shot glass.
I don't know if they were for candlesticks or for individual salts or something, but they're very bottom heavy.
Right.
So, I have water in them to soak nibs, but I also had ink in one to dip in. But I realized that it doesn't have a top, so the ink would just evaporate. So
Oh, right.
But you must, have a favorite. I mean, here's something that I used to do, Marilyn, was take, a square glass.
Is it like a?
I mean, this could have been a candlestick holder, but it probably had a lid on it. It was an ink thing, and if you pour your ink in this, decant it in this, and just dip it in that, when you're done, then pour it back. Get a little flask.
See, I have one of those. Yeah. See,
but that one you can't see how much ink is in it.
Because it's black ink.
It's transparent.
Yeah.
What's nice about something that's
It
transparent.
is transparent, but it's black ink, so
I see.
it's difficult to tell.
I see. Okay.
I also have these little tiny things. This is also black ink that I use. I got with Krishna CYK or MYK kit, mix your own ink
Mm-hmm.
type kit, and these are really tiny, and I was afraid I'd knock them over, so I glued it to a piece of a broken CD.
Yeah.
So that way I have a little more stability for at least I wouldn't be able to knock it over.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And I have several cups, these little
Yogurt things or whatever.
yogurt glass things.
Yeah, I
These
got a
are
bunch
great.
of those. I've got a bunch of those too. And I
A
just
friend of
ended
mine sent me like 5 of them.
I just ended up putting all the ones I had in recycling because I ended up having way too many jars on this table.
Right, exactly.
I decided I didn't need that many.
I saw this done on a YouTube channel. I want to try it.
I did this drawing today of the construction
Going on
things
behind your house?
behind. Yeah, just digging and they're it seems like one is putting dirt in a hill and the other one is taking dirt off the hill. Like, why do you just cut out
Why bother?
just turn the machine off and call it a day.
Right.
Oh, I think I'm gonna sign off right now and drink some water and sit outside before it
Okay.
gets too dark. But thank you for visiting, and we'll look forward to seeing you later.
Okay, have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.